Hello everyone, XRP saw a slight decline today. Right now we are at a 24-hour low of $2.88. To be honest, I've been hoarding this thing for about 8 years, so I'm thrilled to be able to announce that it's down to $2.88. And we were locked at about 30 cents, give or take for the majority of that time. Are you kidding me then that I can even be upset about it being down to $2.88 when I take a step back and consider the wider picture? All day long, I'll take that. Okay, so the price of XRP dropped, but in this video I'll explain why in a way that will astound you. There are some highly regarded chart experts who continue to predict that XRP will soar into double-digit territory. And here's the thing, two analysts have set $27 as their target price for XRP. Let's take a look at what we're seeing right now, normal cryptocurrency volatility. A dip in XRP may not necessarily indicate a major problem. In fact, the exact reverse is true. Throughout its 13-year lifetime, XRP's foundation has never been this strong. Literally, it has never been this powerful. So why in the world is the price of XRP so low at the moment? Simply said, everything is collapsing. And pay attention. I know this will surprise you. But in essence, cryptocurrency is financial anarchy, encased in digital code. From the beginning, it has been crazy. Will it finally calm down? Perhaps. Is it completely insane at the moment? You wager. However, the plot twist, the insane volatility that has everyone in a panic, is our golden ticket to the moon. When those red candles start to appear and you start to feel the heat, I completely understand, but here's the thing, we're still on the rise. This jerky action is just typical stuff, and believe me, we're not even close to being done yet. Listen up, I'll tell you the truth. Yes, chronologically, this market cycle is coming to an end, but this is when things start to become really fascinating. The true magic occurs in that last 10%, when prices truly take off. And that is precisely what is going to happen to us. Therefore, if you're sitting there feeling anxious or upset, ask yourself why you believe costs are constantly rising. Hey, this is simply your average market acting like a market. Every time we see a slight wobble, you don't need to make headlines that make the news. Crypto occasionally wakes up grumpy for no apparent reason. And you know what? We go along with it. Here, that's the actual rule of the game. The delicious stuff is still waiting for us around the corner though. Man, yes, XRP did take a little snooze at the time I'm speaking with you. But sweetie, fasten your seatbelt. This is going to go completely crazy. In this case, I'm acting on my words. This rally is ready to blow your mind. It's locked and loaded. At 12:47 a.m., your insomniac host is here. Sleep is for those who don't stress over charts, evidently. Welcome to Monday, September 22nd, 2025, the day that Bitcoin bid farewell to $114,554. Hold on though and enjoy this XRP blood flood. As I write this, we are actually touching the 24-hour floor at $2.88. This is where things start to get hot. Check out Bitcoin's 24-hour activity here. Keep an eye on me as I switch between these terrible guys. Do you see that? They resemble identical twins. Everything is the same, including the motions and DNA. I'm vomiting up on the screen because while it's true that XRP suffered, this has nothing to do with the core principles of the cryptocurrency. Nothing unique to our cherished digital asset. No regulatory bombshell, no breaking XRP news is to blame for this decline. It's the whole damn market, literally. Simply compare these two charts. The pattern is exactly the same. Dang it. Right now, this entire asset class is essentially swimming in unison. They all dip simultaneously, when one does. Here's what I have to say to you. Don't freak out. For 16 amazing years, we have been riding an upward trend that has been crushing it. People, that momentum won't simply go overnight. We're here for the crazy swings, so we're getting a little terrified by volatility. That's the main idea. We are aware that XRP makes perfect sense, aren't we? Without a doubt, it will be among the early cryptocurrency winners. Guys, the truth is that cryptocurrency isn't going away. Therefore, all you need is patience and those diamond hands once you truly understand this stuff. In this industry, that is the actual way that people become wealthy. You won't even worry about the erratic short-term price fluctuations we're currently witnessing until you fully get this. And you know who understands this way of thinking? Paul Rowell. Yes, the guy who used to work at Goldman Sachs. He has the same views. And this guy is actually the driving force behind Serious Vision and global macro investing. Imagine establishing an empire while 1.2 million people are waiting for him to speak. And they ought to be. I assure you. This is where it becomes truly astounding though. It was this legend who helped me figure out the global M2 code. As if he made these crazy connections that most people would never notice. Here, we are discussing an unchangeable fact. About 90% of the time, Bitcoin literally moves to the beat of global M2. 90% of men. Furthermore, this is not a recent trend. We have more than a decade's worth of evidence to support this. I was completely clueless before Raul threw this knowledge bomb to me. It's like having superpowers in the realm of crypto now. He's the one who actually made me realize this whole situation. Now, while there isn't a flawless crystal ball in this game, this is as close as you're going to get, man. On top of that, add the business cycle. Yes, you essentially possess the cheat codes. In fact, Bitcoin is about 3 months behind worldwide M2. M2 has been surging upwards, as we already know. Hence, when you add up those charts and account for that delay, Bitcoin is on the verge of a meteoric rise. Additionally, everything else moves like dominoes when Bitcoin does. Like a single enormous wave, the entire cryptocurrency space moves in unison. When you see it all set out, it's quite amazing. You would expect that, wouldn't you? And have a look at this. He dropped this incredibly straightforward message, literally just a few hours ago. The secret to everything is patience and lack of power. I like that he included the clause about having no leverage. There you have it, clutch advice. With that post, this guy absolutely knows what he's doing. You know, he can tell that everyone is freaking out. And this was immediately following the entire face planting of the cryptocurrency market today. Not just XRP, but he's reminding us of this lovely fact. In this game, patience is your best ally. Waiting literally earns you money. That's all. That's the entire plan. You really have no idea where the market is going, do you? Here's what I do in its place. I concentrate on the things that I can truly manage and understand. That's about all we can do. And to be honest, that's perfectly acceptable. It all boils down to this straightforward decision. You're either sitting on the sidelines or in the game, when things start to pick up steam. However, I firmly feel that XRP should continue to be a reliable component of that jigsaw, if you're doing your research and dispersing yourself throughout the market appropriately. That's just my opinion, you see, you do you. To be honest, here's the problem though. Get yourself some good exposure to cryptocurrency, and then just relax. Folks, that's exactly it. Listen up, you don't require a fancy course. Nothing like this trading wizardry is required of you. Believe me, I'm not one at all. There is nothing at all spectacular about me. But if I had to choose just one thing, it would be that, when it comes to hodling cryptocurrency, I'm arguably the most patient person alive. If I possess any superpowers, that would be it. I can just relax and do nothing at all. I seem to be pretty damn good at it, too. I can literally simply relax and do nothing at all. And there you have it, my money-making machine. Friends, that's the whole game. The crazy part comes next. By investing in cryptocurrency, holding onto your money, and being a professional couch potato, you can also choose to become wealthy. Once you truly understand why this entire asset universe is essentially invincible and destined for the long haul, it becomes absurdly simple. Trust me, if you understand that, there are a ton of reasons why, including the amazing freedom that cryptocurrency offers, legitimate enterprises with real benefit, and business models that were previously impossible. At night, you'll truly sleep like a baby after you understand all of this. But here's the deal. Without XRP and all these other cryptocurrencies in my portfolio, I would be sleeping through every night, like really worried about missing it. How are you all doing? As I was going through my feed, Julian Biddle suddenly posted this incredible post. This legend is in charge of macro research at Global Macro Investor. In case you were unaware, this guy's mind is a walking financial encyclopedia, really. He has paired up with Raul Powell, and I can assure you that magic happens when these two work together. I knew you would want to see this gem, so I took a screenshot of it back on September 18th. This is where things start to get hot. Julian doesn't even come close with just 3 words. That's all. But when you look at this chart, you'll see that the chef's kiss is completely brilliant. That line of lovely pink, that's the crazy